Greetings that are friendly. This is the Necrofessor, your humble plague doctor. Welcome back to the Lower Sprawl. I've been tailoring my clientele as of late, trying to get my beak into some real bleeding-edge pharmaceuticals and prosthetics, and veering away from the bit of the old nights filled with ice-filled bathtubs and missing organs. But sometimes you have to go where the work is. The Lower Sprawl isn't a city as much as it is a circuit board of bad infrastructure, meant to facilitate the zeros and ones of society. That's you and me. But this story doesn't take place in the high-rise of some nouveau riche condoplex glittering with slick drugs and fast rubber. This story takes place at the exit wound of a VP executive who found himself in the wrong part of the city. The Lower Sprawl is all about taking, not so much about the giving part. It's a place where you go when you want your dreams to die. And many get freaky with death willingly. For the love of watching your future go down in flames is all part of the fun before the reset. This pit is reserved for special souls who'd rather do things most folks would look down upon, like raping a newly awakened cyber shell, or throwing their minds into the web on drugged-out code you can only find sourced in these itchy corners of the rift. So, of course, I figured I'd set up shop and lay low while I moved my product. And I used to deliver such wonderful products to the Red Queen, our sovereign ruler. But there were setbacks, and now I find myself in yet another glitched-out heap in this festering wonderland. Don't think this place may become your next vacation spot, however. Not everyone is welcome into this part of the Lower Sprawl. If you look tasty, you'll get chewed up. Yeah, if you're lucky, you'll end up in a garbage pile, instead of being gutted by the rippers wandering out at night. Whenever you feel worthless, just remember that your organs are always worth at least something on the black market. So you better be packing more than just a dream if you find yourself in the Lower Sprawl. Oh yeah, that reminds me. The exit wound. But first, some music. Let's start off with some Deltron 3030 and Rabbit Junk. Whew, that was nearby. I can hear footsteps running off. Hey, buddy. Are you okay? You have a giant hole in your head. Here, let me drag you into the clinic, and we'll get you all fixed up. It's okay. That's all right. All right. Okay. All right. Welcome. Don't worry. I'm a doctor. That's why I'm wearing the mask. It's fine if you don't have anything to say. Let me just push that back in there. Okay, there we go. Hi, I'm the Necrofessor. You're going to be okay. You're missing most of your face, but I've seen much worse, trust me. Now, I'm going to give you something for the pain, and pretend that'll help, okay? Stabbing you in the foot. Now, we don't have much time, so I'm going to plug your brain into a computer and upload it to a cyber brain. And afterwards, we'll go out for ice cream. Sound fun? I know, it's like necromancy, but with even more existential crisis. Here, let me just clamp this to your brain stem. You know, the bullet wound actually makes that kind of easy. You, sir, have some kind of sick, sadistic angel looking out for you, I'd say. You know, one that wants to save your life, but also kill you a little. Now, when the upload kicks, you'll start to feel a little funny. But the cyber sickness is the least of your problems if we don't get you out before you die. But hey, there's options for that too. But business before pleasure. Alright, time to go down the rabbit hole. It doesn't look like it has enough memory to upload your full brain, but there's no time. We're just gonna have to proceed. Okay, well, I have good news, and I have bad news, Mr. Bleeding Out all over the floor. The good news is that we can save your brain and your memories before you go into the great petting zoo in the sky, but we don't have enough memory in the cyber brain to save you completely, and there's a very real possibility you will suffer irreversible corruption of your personal data if we don't expand your memories somehow. Also, you could just die. That's always an option, and as a doctor, I feel that's important for me to express that to my patients. So, anyway, I say we listen to some music and brainstorm. Up next is the Samans and Goth Minister. You can still hear music with the other ear, right? You know, the one that isn't in the hallway. Slaving away at a job you despise, and dwindling away your future and compromising your dreams for someone else. I know how you feel. I'm gutter trash just like the rest of the vermin. But we rail against that wall of oppression because eventually all that vitriol and acidic rage will send it all crumbling down. But what lies beyond death? It's the dawn of the algorithm. One that doesn't give a runny diarrhea shit about human life and rather the filth we pump into it. And I've seen it all. I've walked the muddy banks and watched parchment turn to press and go from analog, digital, and lightwave. This plague doctor's been around. And probably I could bestow upon you some ancient wisdom or whatever, though the keys which foster the secrets of grand knowledge are usually held by crazy, incoherent bastards like yours truly. But there are advantages to being a member of the underground, my friend. You get to influence things in the shadows. Never let the fact that no one cared ever stop you from achieving your dreams. It wasn't about them in the first place, now was it? Hey, weren't we supposed to be doing something? Sorry, you're bleeding out and your eyes doing that weird fluttery thing, so I'm just trying to kill time while the computer uploads your consciousness to the cyber brain. You're looking at old technology, my friend, before the fall. I dug it up from a junkyard not too far from here. And I'll be honest, it's given me a bit more of an appreciation for where we filthy meat monkeys come from. This doesn't use crystalline laser interfaces or nano-mesh circuitry or any of that. It's just an old magnet on a record player, essentially. Yep. So, this might take some time. Oh, right, the memory thing! You'll die if we don't get you more memory space. Hold on. Let me try and get in touch with a contact who runs data jacks for the local mob. Damn, no answer. Must be out doing a run. I'll try later. I'm not expecting any company, and the loan sharks are paid off till next month. Friends of yours, Mr. Bleedy? Maybe I have some new patients. On second thought, the clinic's closed. Come on, Mr. Bleedy, let's get you into this wheelchair. Looks like we're gonna have to go mobile. On the computer! We are going for a stroll. Up next is Z-Nun and Mind Driller to get those dancing legs moving. By the way, I'm harvesting your organs after all this is over. Welcome back. I've just been pushing Mr. Bleedy in this wheelchair while we make our way through the lovely smog. You know, it's kind of funny. That computer is so slow, it's actually what's keeping you alive. If you tried to upload your thinky bits to a cyber brain without enough memory, the data would corrupt and leave you, how do I put it? Super catatonic 5000. Technology never ceases to amaze me. Shit, it's the cops. What the hell are they doing in the Lower Sprawl? We need to take a detour. I'm wearing a plague mask, so I'll blend right in, but you look like some sort of techno-mummy, and that's just plain weird. They'd never believe your story. All I know is things are really heating up over here, and we need to play it cool. Here, let's go down this not at all threatening and perfectly safe alleyway. We can cut around and make our way to the gear district, and we might be able to find someone who can hook us up with a memory upgrade. I've never seen cops this far down into the Lower Sprawl. Must be something cooking big. Do you have any history with the cops, Mr. Bleedy? I mean, there's this one time at the petting zoo that See? What did I say? Perfectly safe. Someone else just got violently murdered, not us. Now, here we go. Now, it's been a while since I've been to this part of town, so let me consult that public terminal over there. Now, I'll just leave you here for the safety of the gutter, and you can watch that street sweeper go by. Don't go anywhere.
Caution. Keep clear. 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 Caution.
Okay, I know where to go. Where'd you go? What happened? I told you not to go anywhere. Whoa, you don't look so good. But hey, you're still plugged in. Let's get you that memory upgrade. I know exactly where we're going now. Here, I'll put on those songs you like. Up next is Breaking Mind Machine and Technophobia. Have you ever thought what it would be the last song you would like to hear before you died? I figured with all the stuff I listen to, I prefer to have it be something that would be so incredibly profound, yet something to really keep people guessing. Perhaps the sounds of the multiverse. Stars being born, and black holes doing blackish, hole-ish things, compiled into a soundtrack over the aeons that is best played by a ceremonial mariachi band with irritable bowel syndrome. Trying not to take things so seriously has really helped me unplug. Which is funny, because right now you are wired out like a bloody gimp with a power cord fetish. And who isn't, Mr. Bleedy? I don't know. What did you do to this wheelchair? Oh, well. But it steers like another wheelchair had just given it the old Asimov's fourth law, if you know what I mean. Luckily, after we get over this flaming barrel bridge, we'll be right next to Gear District. You know, I always thought it was kind of strange how there's always flaming barrels and eviscerated corpses in this part of the sector. It's those damn rippers ruining my peachy Lower Sprawl. That's how you know your city has gone to the dumps, when you got rippers killing and raping and torturing anything with a face. Nothing but these bone effigies all over the place as warnings to these geeked out fucktwats are going to do unspeakable things to your bodily organs, and furthermore, who's stupid enough to keep wandering over here to die like some moron? Oh shit, we gotta hide! Quick! Behind this flaming barrel! Oh man, you really got us into a bad spot, Mr. Bleedy. Don't gurgle at me like that! It's hurtful. Now we need to think of a plan. Just relax while I get us out of here. Oh, I got it! We need some thinking music! Don't worry, these songs are quiet, trust me. It's just a little kill us and screw. Okay, here's the plan. It's super simple. We are going to use the wheelchair to push this flaming barrel towards them, and whenever the first rippers close the distance, I'll light them up with my revolver. Then, I'll do a cool wheelie with the wheelchair and roll that barrel down the bridge, and once our distraction of rolling towards them is complete, then we'll wheel all the way down at the last second and pass the bridge and through the barrier. Once we hit the sector clearance, we'll be right inside and the rippers won't come near the turret gates. Haha, it's perfect. Don't worry about burning your legs to a crisp, you won't even need them. All we need's a good push, and hopefully they won't be packing guns. I spoke too soon. And lasers? Okay, new plan. It's the same plan, but a lot faster. Okay, wait! We need music for this. Up next is DK0 and the New Era project. Okay, let's go. I cannot believe we somehow made it down the gate tunnel, Mr. Bleedy. I mean, sure, there were parts of the plan that didn't work, such as the, everything part, but hey, we still have one of your legs intact, and the fact that your creepy face was seen pushing a flaming barrel at those rippers really seemed to distract them long enough for them to not really get any good shots off. Well done. And hey, smell that? We're right outside of Gear District. We'll be able to get you into a new life in no time. And that brings me to something we should talk about. I mean, now that we're friends and all, I can tell that you certainly understand the great lengths I'm going through to save your life. I mean, after all, I know who you really are, Mr. Bleedy. Or shall I say, Bill? Ah, yes, your real name. Your ass fell down the wrong chimney this time. That injection I gave you had another purpose other than pain mitigation and preventing blood loss. It was to push past any security of that fancy skull piece of yours with some nifty new injectable nanoscripts. While I was busy shutting down your vital organs and admiring what fancy new prosthetics and wetware you had, I took the time to read up on your personal information, and I discovered a doozy. You were working for the White Rabbit back in the day. Now, I usually don't judge. Everyone has to make ends meet. But your ends were far more sickening and twisted than mine. And while I would commend a sick mind to another, there's things you did in the past that, on principle alone, I should feed your gushing meat flesh to the rippers, and then resurrect your corpse, and then let them do it again. Alice was a fucking child, and you... Tell you what, I'm going to be your guardian angel, and save you from your life of misery by giving you a new one. So there's been a change of plans. Once your memory upgrade is complete, and we go out for ice cream, I'm going to take your cyber brain and give it to the Red Queen. Now, no need to get upset. I understand, really, I do. Sometimes we have to get away from it all now and just lay low for a while. A place to clear our heads. And your form of recreation here in the Lower Sprawl sent you straight to my clinic door. How lucky I had the technology on hand to save your life. And lucky for me, too. Because I've been looking to earn my way back into the good graces of the Red Queen, what limited supply she has. Delivering her the head of one of her enemies will certainly please her. And you remember what she likes to do with the cyber brains, don't you? Oh look, we made it to Gear District. Let's get you that memory upgrade. Up next is Gary Newman in VNV Nation. I love the smell of steam-sweated brass and old leather in the Gear District. Wouldn't you agree? I'm here to see the server drone about a memory upgrade from my friend here. Just let me do all the talking. Hey, 257!
Yo, what's up, Necrofessor? Hey man, you still brain robbing? What's with your fucked up friend? He's crispy and bleeding all over the place.
Just taking care of a walk-in patient. Listen, we're running low on time, and I need to throw some more memory into the cyber brain before the upload completes.
Yeah, you got it, dude. By the way, that computer is trash. It looks fucking ancient, my boy. I can't believe you haven't fried this fucker with a corruption stall.
Hey, maybe old tech, but that's part of its charm. You can learn a thing or two from your elder systems.
I have some new gear that I can hook you up with real cheap if you want to ditch that computer.
I'll pass. Just get me the memory upgrade and stop trying to push me your hot gear, 257.
Hold up, let me get you that memory upgrade for that cyber brain.
Yeah, thanks. That's the right one. Alrighty, Mr. Bleedy, you've staved off the Reaper's hand for another day. Let's go get some ice cream. Thanks, 257. I owe you one.
Keep your shit on lockdown tonight. We got cops running around the Lower Sprawl. Word on the streets is they looking for some corporate meat sack with a large bounty on their head. They come in here and I'm going to fuck their world up.
I'll take the back exit. Up next is Skinned and Blacklight Discipline. Alright, Mr. Bleedy, say goodbye to the nice robot. Stay creepy, 257.
Stay creepy.
Well, another night in the Lower Sprawl comes to an end at some familiar stomping grounds. I found a cozy little warehouse I used to do wet work, and now it's time for ice cream, which has always been code in the organ harvesting community to mean, well, preparing the product for shipment. Farewell to the mortal tenement, Mr. Bleedy. You didn't appreciate your body anyway, but I'm sure dozens of other clients will. And I promised I wouldn't be doing much of this anymore. But sometimes, you have to go where the work is. In the dusty warehouse of old blood, pondering the next steps into the dangerous night, I can't help but feel a bit disillusioned. We spend so much time trying to escape from the wired that when we do, all we can think of is how to get back. I'll leave you with music from the algorithm. See you before you see me.